Hey guys, here Marty Geek. In this video, I'm going to share with you guys a couple gaming tips if you're using a Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus or S8. And I'm also going to show you guys how to record very easily on your new Samsung Galaxy 8. So first of all, there's one thing you should know. For example, right now the resolution that I'm at is at 1440 right now. By default it comes at 1080p when you open it out of the box, but I like to leave it there at 1440, right? But one thing that I want to share with you guys is a tip here on how to improve your game using performance mode. Now keep in mind, when you tap right there, you're gonna this is of course the side panel, and this is the device manager side panel. If you don't have this panel right here, you could just go ahead here and look for it here. It's going to be available right there. Just make sure it's actually check marked, and then it's going to be visible here in your side panel. Let's go ahead and look for it again. There it is. So you got battery, performance mode, storage, and all that. Here I'm going to hit performance mode, and right now you have the option to optimize, which is by default, that's how it's set up. Game, entertainment, and high performance. If you hit it high performance, and let's say you are at 1080p the screen, it will actually take the your cell phone all the way up to 1440 and increase the brightness by 10%, and it's just gonna make your phone look a lot better, a lot more brighter and beautiful looking, using all the power of the device. But when you're playing games, keep in mind, a lot of times, most of the games do not even max out at 1080p. A lot of games actually max out at 900p. But here, if you tap right there in game mode, it actually takes the game down. Tap right there again. It takes the game down by default to 1080p. Brightness, right now I have it at 5%, but it actually increases it to 10%. And game launcher is on. If I hit here, you can actually customize this to whatever liking you want. If you actually want it to actually be 1440, it's going to be there. But what's the point, right? Might as well leave it there at 1080p. Here, the brightness is going to be 10%. Honestly, you could turn it off if you want, or you could turn it here at 5%. I'm doing that just for the purpose of this video. Game launcher is on. Click right there, and now your phone is actually ready for gaming at its full potential. If you don't like using that, the side panel is actually going to be available here in your toggle section. So I have it set up here. Of course, you're going to have to reorder it if you want to have it here, but it's actually going to be right here. But I like it to have it there. So you can actually turn it off there if you want. Like see there, it will actually turn it off, or you can actually easily turn it on right there. Whatever suits you, you can actually do it, and it's going to work perfectly good. Now, keep in mind, when you are in gaming mode, like see here, I'm in gaming mode right there. And if I go to display, I cannot change the resolution because it tells me that this phone is in gaming mode. Keep that in mind. So if you want to change the resolution, you're going to have to actually turn off gaming mode. So that's one cool thing there to know. Another thing you should know if you like gaming a lot is the game launcher. Let's go and turn this off. Let's go and turn the gaming mode off so we can mess with the game launcher for a second. There you go. So the game launcher is basically like an application that when you open it up, it actually looks like a folder. Like see there, and it's actually going to populate all the games that you have installed. It actually going to also give you a couple options here, like no alerts during gaming. Like see there, mute the game when it's open. When you open it up, it's actually going to be muted. And here you can actually do the performance too. Save power, go normal performance, high performance, and all that. That's pretty cool there to have. Now, if you don't have this, most likely you don't have it if you just turn on your phone for the first time. Just go to settings, go to advanced features. Right here in games, this is going to be off by default. So if it's off, you're not going to have that application anywhere. Like see, it's not going to be visible. Just turn it on, go back here, go back here, go back here, turn it on, and now like you see there, it's going to add a shortcut to the game launcher here. So it's going to be right there. You go ahead and move it wherever you want. For the purpose of this video, I just put it there. And when you open it up, automatically it's going to have all your games populated there. That's it. So now let's go ahead and show you guys when you open up a game for the first time here on this device. It doesn't matter if it's the S8 or the S8 Plus. Here you can see black bars, and that's because the game is loading with the aspect ratio at 16:9, which is the normal ratio for all the smartphones out there in the market. But let's say you want to go to full screen so you can enjoy the whole beautiful big ass screen, right? Click right there, just slide right there so you can see the home button. Here you have, tap right there, and you have game tools. Look at that. You have game tools, and right here you have the other options. No alert during game. You have it right there. Hard press button lock. Hard press button lock also protects you by accidentally pressing buttons. And edge touch also protects you from accidentally touching the edge and all that as well. And here you want full screen. Click right there. And now the game is going to launch in full screen. Look at that. Looks very beautiful. And keep in mind, once you do that once, the phone will always remember that you want this game launch at full screen. That's one thing to keep in mind there. Now, let's go and play here. Let's go and start playing here so I can show you guys how to record gameplay. But as this is loading, let's go back here. Go back here. Here, there's a couple other options. Like, for example, you got screen touch lock. If you tap right there, it's gonna basically lock the screen. Like, see there, lock the screen. And if you accidentally tap it or somebody accidentally tap it, it's not gonna mess it up. If you want to deactivate it, just swipe and it goes back to normal. Tap right there, you got screenshot. So right now, if I want to take a nice screenshot of Spidey right there, just like that, go like that, launch that, boom, screenshot. That's gonna be saved to your gallery. Now, if I want to record, before I hit the record button, let's go to settings right here. In settings, you got shortcuts. In shortcuts, you can actually customize for example, this right here. Let's go and show you guys. By default, this is going to be like that. That right there, that's what it is. It just puts a shortcut instead of launching this game to any of these shortcuts. It's just going to put it there so you can have fast access. So right now, I honestly prefer having the record as the shortcut there. And here we got record videos. So right now I have it in none, but by default it's going to be select image. Here you can actually choose an image and select it as your profile. That way, that picture, if you actually want an image of yourself on the videos, you can actually control the size of it. Right now I prefer have it none, no picture at all. So now the video is going to look totally clean. And you can also use video recording, so it's gonna have a video of you talking or yourself while you're playing game, but that's gonna take over a lot more RAM, and games are gonna actually suffer because of that too. Here you got audio source, a microphone or game audio. Microphone, it's actually if you want to do voiceover over gaming, that's where you would keep it. But keep in mind, if you're actually gonna do that, just make sure you put the volume of the game all the way down, almost muted. That way, when you're talking and gaming, your voice actually comes out clear over the gameplay. Because remember, the microphone is right here and the speaker is right there. So if you have the game very loud, your voice is not even going to be heard. It's going to be horrible. So just make sure you put the volume of the game all the way down. That way your microphone can actually get your voice, capture the voice a lot more clearly. But if you want the game to be recorded just the audio, just click right there and see the record audio of the game, and that's it. Your voice is not going to be recorded. Any noise around you is not going to be recorded. And later on, if you want to use another tool, another application to actually use put your voice over it, you can actually do that as well. So here it says maximum size recording file is 4 gigabytes. At the highest quality settings, you can record around 80 minutes of video to increase recording time, lower the resolution. So right now I have it at 1080p. By default it's going to be actually 720p. So I prefer 1080p. That way when you uploaded the video to YouTube or something like that, it actually looks good. And here in auto bitrate, I just leave it in auto because it depends on the resolution. So I just leave it there in auto. And basically that's it. Now you're ready to record. So if I want to go back, let's go and record here a little bit. Hit the button here, right here. Like, see, I chose the shortcut. So now I could go ahead and play, right? Whoa. here the volume is almost muted. So let's go up the volume there. And I see there the game actually looks pretty good. I uploaded a video earlier of me playing video games on the Samsung Galaxy S8, which is of course a video that I always do for gaming. And let's go ahead and finish the video here so I can show you guys the recording, right? It's going to show you guys the recording. If I want to stop the recording, you can actually slide here and you have right there the stop button right there. You can click right there and it will take you to the video recorded right now. Click right there and there it is. Look at that. So that is awesome. Like you see there, the video looks pretty damn awesome. The volume sounds really good. That's awesome. Now let's go ahead and finish there. Of course, from here, once you do that, this is actually saved in your gallery. So keep in mind that you can actually delete the videos there if you want. From here, you can actually share it. You can see the detail of the videos. You can actually go to the gallery and it should be in a folder right there too. There it is. And that's the picture that we took. Look at that. The picture that we took is right there. And that's the video. That's another video that I have recorded before. Now, one thing to keep in mind is, of course, when you switch the game here, like see here to full screen, some of the buttons are actually going to be cut. Like see here, this button, it's almost cut. Almost, you know, almost the button almost got affected by the screen ratio that we chose. If it's actually a problem, just go ahead back to normal screen mode. That's it, just go to normal screen mode and that problem will disappear.
I need to wash this costume later.
And to go to normal screen mode, just click right there, and click right there, and the game is gonna restart. Another thing to keep in mind is that, remember, the video is also gonna be recorded in full screen mode. Yes, full screen mode. So when you upload it to YouTube, it might look a little bit funny, maybe not. So if you're actually serious about gaming, you might actually want to keep your resolution like this, right? Want to keep your resolution like this. That way, when you upload the video to YouTube, it will actually look normal to the rest of the world, not just your Galaxy S8 phones out there in the market. So when you record a video like that, click, there you go. Now we're recording at normal mode. Look at the button right here. Look at the button. Look at all the real estate that you have for the button now. And back then when we chose full screen, this button was actually touching the edge of the screen. That's a huge freaking difference. And the video, when you're recording, is actually going to look a lot more normal to the rest of the world. So when you tap right there, click finish, click done, click here, bump. Now the video is actually going to look a little bit more normal. Look at that. Very cool. So guys, that's it for this video. I just want to share this video gameplay or video game tips for you guys. If you are a recent or new owner of a new Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus, these are tips that you should know if you like gaming on those devices. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. Till next time, guys.